So when you're coaching your players, you may wish to know some phrases that will help them to get better, to improve, and to develop those skills. So we're going to look at 2 really key phrases that you can use in your training sessions in English that will help you to make players think and come up with better solutions. So here are some questions that you can ask. So there are 2 key phrases to use with the player. The first one is can you, and the second one is could you. So starting with can you is a stronger phrase. This is where you probably really want the player to do something. So instead of telling them to do it, you'll ask them, can you do this? And then it will make them think to do it in future. So use this to make players think or do something different to what they did do. Maybe it's something better as well. And this is how you can use it. So always use can you with the instruction. So for example, can you pass it quicker next time? Perhaps the player is a little bit slow. Perhaps they took too many touches. So can you pass it quicker next time? That adds a little bit of urgency to the player. Can you watch your positioning here? So make the player aware of their positioning, that they made an error, by asking them to, can you think about it? Can you track back faster when we lose the ball? So instead of being aggressive and telling them to track back, you can ask them, can you track back faster? It just makes them think they made a mistake, but you didn't tell them. Can you look for the overlap? So in attack, you might think a player needs to do more, support his teammates. So you can ask them, can you look for the overlap? Can you see it? And the last one, can you keep your head up before passing? So instead of telling players to keep their head up, you can do that. But maybe you want to make them think about it a little bit more subconsciously. So can you keep your head up before passing? So let's look at some examples of how you can use it on the training field. So in the drill, these players are being asked to progress the ball. And as the ball comes to this side, the defender makes a mistake. Player that makes an error, what can he do better? This is the question that the coach will ask using can. What can he do better? So make the player think by saying, can you drop off or can you make space? In this example, he will say, can you drop off? Can you make space? Can you drop off? Remember to use this question to make players think. Can you drop off? Can you make more space? This will help the player to think for the next action. Can you drop off? Can you make space? So the next phrase is could you. It's softer and polite. So instead of saying, can you do this? Now you want to say, could you do this? It's just that you might want to give them a possibility. So use it to make players try another action or a better action as well. But it's also just going to help feed them ideas instead of telling them what to do. So this is how you use it. Again, use could you with the instruction. So could you try switching play more often? So again, it's just a solution for them. Could you support the attack when we're in possession? Again, make them think about it. Could you be more aggressive in 1v1 situations? Maybe to just help them understand that they're not being aggressive enough. Could you turn and play out? So this could just be an option for them. So maybe they're very good at passing back and then getting into space to receive it. But maybe you want them to try something different as well. So you could say, could you turn out and play out instead? Could you carry the ball into midfield? So maybe they just keep passing it into midfield and you want them to just try something different just to help them develop or improve. So you could say, could you carry the ball into midfield? So those are some phrases you can use with could you. So we'll have a look at some examples of how you can use that in the training pitch. So the players are building from the back and they will make a couple of potential mistakes. So could this player turn? Could you turn? Instead, he passes instead. And then could this defender carry the ball into midfield? So Could you carry the ball into midfield? So those are the questions you want to ask if the players don't make a good decision or they make an error and you think they could do something else. The coach pauses, and this is when you can ask those questions. So, you lost opportunities to progress the ball. Could you turn? Could you carry the ball into midfield? Remember to use could you do this, and could you do that to correct a mistake or help players to think of better actions to make. Could you do this? So with can you and could you, use these phrases with your players to make them think about what they're doing. Not necessarily that they're making a mistake, but to think about all the possibilities. Also, to try a different action next time. Maybe they keep doing the same thing and you just want to add some variation to them. So can you do this? Could you do that? Correct a mistake. Maybe a player is making a mistake and you don't want to be too direct or strong. So you'd say, can you do this next time? Could you do this? And then also come maybe to do something better. So maybe they're doing something, but they're a little slow. Maybe they're not doing it with the right body orientation, or maybe the pass is not in the right weight. So you could say, could you play a little bit faster? Could you get it into his feet? Could you turn before passing? So just a little something to help them get better. So use these phrases with your players to help coach them, to help make them think. And I hope it helps you on the training pitch. So thank you for watching. See you next time. And if you wish to coach in English with clear, concise, technical instructions to help you master your communication on the training pitch, check out the Coach's Football Language course. The course has over 150 phrases that you can use throughout your training sessions and games to coach and instruct your players the way that you wish to. So click on the link in the description below to get started today and become a master communicator in English as a coach.